want to start us off?
Yeah, you've had some very enjoyable evenings, I imagine, with Newcastle manager. That must be right up there, watching your side play like that at Old Trafford.
Yeah, I think so. I think we know the hurt this fixture's had for us historically. It wasn't lost on us. You know, we didn't necessarily use that with the players, but psychologically that was a big step forward for us today. I think we need to win games like this to achieve what we want on a regular basis. So sometimes you need to do it to believe you can do it, and I thought we managed the game really well. I thought we played really well in the first half, so I was delighted with the team.
And you talk about that first half there, I mean, you know, that felt like Newcastle kind of right back to their best, swarming all over them, you know, creating lots of chances. That felt like as good as you've been all season? Yeah,
I think for probably half an hour of that first half, yeah, I'd agree. Every game's different, and the challenge is always difficult, even at 2-0. You need the third goal. We didn't get it. We had chances to grab it. That second half's on a knife edge. If they score, the game can change quickly. So I thought we showed good maturity. I thought we didn't play to the heights that we did in the first half, but we were still effective and saw the game out well.
And you, how pleased are you with the way? I mean, you know, we can pick a lot of individuals out of that, but your kind of star players, your big name players, Isaac, Bruno, Tonali, Anthony, the way they've played in this last month, they've all taken their individual levels up, and clearly that's collectively helped the team.
Yeah, no, I'd agree with that, and I think we knew that the early season our form was patchy. We weren't at the levels that we know individually and collectively that we needed to be. It was frustrating for all of us because we were waiting to sort of hit the ground running, and we were determined to try and do it, but for whatever reason we couldn't find the missing ingredients that transformed our performances to where they need to be. We still picked up points, valuable points, but I think now we're seeing in the last group of games the team return to the level that we know we can be. And now the challenge is to try and stay there, which is, of course, very difficult to do. And those players that you mentioned have performed really well lately. I think they all performed well today. And they're so important to us because they can really make the difference.
Okay, we'll go right up the back and then to Jordan.
Eddie, you've obviously got a very dynamic, powerful midfield trio there. When you saw United playing Newcastle and Eriksen, obviously been great players historically, but maybe not quite the legs that they've got in the past, did you feel that was an area of the pitch you could really dominate and hurt them tonight?
I think from our perspective, of course we looked and analysed Manchester United. I think you have to. Tactically they give you a problem. Those two players that you mentioned are very, very good technically, so I think the big thing for us was to try and minimise their effect on the game in that sense, try and make it difficult for them to build their rhythm in the game and find the passes that we know could have hurt our backline. Thought our midfield did a really good job early in the game of doing that, and yeah, we believe in those three players and the control that they can give us, and I thought they all played their part in giving us the ball and helping us with some of the attacks that we made in the first half. But in terms of Manchester United, you know that they were always in the game, and one goal in that second half for them could have changed it, and that's why I was really pleased with how we defended all through the match.
Thank you. Go to Jordan, Dominic and then Lee Ryder.
It's 4 wins in a row in the Premier League, 13 goals scored without reply. What has clicked since that Brentford?
I think a whole host of things. I don't think it's one thing. But even the Brentford game we lost because we conceded some really poor goals. Some of our general play was pretty good that day, and we did look like scoring. So I think that part of our game has gradually come back. But the defensive side was probably the hallmark of our Champions League season. The way we defended, the number of clean sheets we got. It's great to see us return to those solid-looking performances where we're not giving a lot away at the moment. Martin's not had a lot to do. He's distributed the ball really, really well, but goalkeeping-wise, because of how we've defended, even today I can picture ourselves flying in front of block shots at the end of the game. Really, really pleased with that aspect of our play.
And I think the disappointment tonight, probably Fabian's late yellow card, how frustrating was that came so late on in the game.
Yeah, and the coincidence is he's going to miss 2 games, of course, because of the Carabao Cup game as well. So it's a big blow for us and for him that we're going to have to change our back line because it's been so stable for us in the middle of the pitch. And in fact, Dan have built up a really good partnership, but that will give an opportunity to someone else, and hopefully the team won't be adversely affected.
Dominic?
You said yourself previously one of your favourite things as a manager is to work with players, improve them. In that respect, is Lewis Hall always been a perfect player for you in 2024 when you look at where he started the year compared to where he is now?
Yeah, he's made great strides. I mean, the assist today was a really important moment. We needed to start the game well. His cross, I think, took a slight deflection, but it was a really good piece of play from him and Anthony. And Alex is in the right place to finish it off. I think Lewis has continued to improve. He's played with a really level head every game. I don't think you see a change in him. He's very, very solid. Delighted with the progress he's made. The challenge for him is to continue that involvement in his game.
A month ago, you failed to register a shot against Crystal Palace, and tonight, 45 minutes, 10 players, all the outfield players had either created a shot or had one. And in some ways, was that Palace game a wake-up call or a turning point in your season in an attacking sense?
I don't know. I think the Crystal Palace game, if we'd have won that game, would have been a great performance, and we were a minute away from doing it. So I always look back with that with different eyes, slightly to how other people see it. And I understand the criticism we got after that game, but sometimes the scoreline does directly influence how you play, and I felt that was the case that day. But I do think we've seen a big, steep upward curve since that game. I think we're looking like we're playing with a lot more freedom, a lot more expression, and that's great to see.
Okay, we've got 3 more. We'll go Lee, Craig, and then Chris to finish, please.
I think we talked before the game about how important the confidence was, but the good thing about the first goal seemed to be that there was an expectancy from your own players that you were going to have a good start, and you were determined to get off to a flyer.
Yeah, I think we always had that intention. We had that intention early season, but for whatever reason, we got in a nasty habit of conceding the first goal. And when you go away from home, that makes your life twice as hard as, of course, the other way round, which we've done in recent weeks, where we've been the team, the aggressor, the team that scored the first goal, and it just lifts everybody. So really pleased with the start of the match. The first half an hour, as I say, was very, very good. We couldn't maintain that really in the manner that we had played early in the match, but I thought Manchester United made it difficult for us.
And obviously, it could have been more from the chances created. Is that the next sort of step for the team now to come away and get a really convincing win?
Of course, that's what we want, but it's easier said than done. I think the next stage for us is to keep very, very focused on the next step and the next game. Tough run of games for us. We now go to Tottenham. That won't be easy. And of course, then Arsenal's on the horizon in the Carabao Cup. So exciting games for us. Really great challenges. But we've started that period of away games in a great fashion.
Just one on, obviously you mentioned that Fabian Schär is going to be missing now. How close is Sven Botman now to a return?
Yeah, he's getting there. He's had a period of training which we knew he needed. He's had a little bit of illness in the last few days. Hopefully he'll get over that pretty quickly. And yeah, we have, I think, depth in the squad that can cover any absentee, and hopefully that's the case with Fabi.
Thanks, Lee. Craig?
Just quickly, continuation of that. Does Sven have any chance of filling that void with Fabian being out for 2 games?
Yeah, Sven will be in and around, my thinking for sure, as will a few other players. Emil Kraft won't make it back in time for the next game, but apart from that, we should have everyone available.
Just by extension, when Sven comes back in, a lot's been made about that, but the natural assumption is he would come in for Dan Burn, potentially that's a position, but how can you leave Dan Burn out on the back of nights like tonight, and the season as a whole he was imperious today?
Yeah, I think as long as Dan continues to play in the way that he has this season, there's no way you can contemplate losing him from the back line. It's not just how he's played, but it's how he leads, and his understanding of what I need the team to do, I think, is at the very highest level. And I think Dan's been magnificent this year in every respect. But he needs to keep his level, and I think he knows that. He's got, and not just Sven Botman, but Lloyd Kelly and other defenders that are waiting for their opportunities. And that's the beauty of the squad at the moment. I think when you look at the bench, we have players waiting to play and to show their qualities.
Thank you. Chris to finish?
Eddie, you described it psychologically, it's a big step forward. Newcastle came here as the bookie favourites and with expectation on them, which is not something really has been in the Premier League era. How important was it that players managed that, and how did they manage that sort of expectation?
Yeah, I think that's, again, another thing you have to overcome. The expectation part of the game now, for me, I wasn't aware of that, but I know there'll be an expectation internally. There always is from us that we want to win every game, regardless of who we play. And I always say we respect the opposition, but we don't fear anybody. But then actually stepping forward and delivering the performances under pressure in the environment isn't always easy. So I do think it's a big step forward today, but we need to do it again in two other grounds very similar to today's, in Tottenham and Arsenal in our next 2 games.
Well, you've reached the mid part of the season and you're up to 5th in the Premier League in the Carabao Cup semi-final. It's been a bit of a roller coaster 2024, testing at times, as you've said, even earlier this season. How would you assess the first half of this campaign so far?
Yeah, pretty good. I think you learn all the time. I always say that I'm forever learning, week in, week out. The Premier League demands that of you. You can never stand still. The game changes from week to week. Things you think you've got mastery of 1 minute, you don't have the next, and that's down to the league and the analysis involved. So for me, it's always about hard work, processes. I've really enjoyed this season, although it's been a difficult challenge at times. We look good at the moment. We have to continue our focus and not get carried away.
Okay, thank you everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.